Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and as you can see from the title, today we are doing a special challenge run on Super Battle Road. I was not sure how to build this team previously because I had not pulled the STR Blue Kaioken Goku until the Beerus Spanner came back, and when you're missing him, it's kind of difficult. I was going to run the SSR version of Topo, but, you know, obviously he's not great. And then it doesn't give you a super good link partner for LR UI Goku. But as you can see, we have a full Super STR Universe Survival Saga team that we are going to take on the versus Extreme Physical stage of Super Battle Road. To be fair, it's taken me a bit longer to make the video than I'd originally planned, but it's good timing because LR UI Goku just came out on JP. Obviously, if you are a JP player, you could recreate this team and then drop one of the units for Kefla, who would definitely be a much better unit to run than somebody like the God Topo, for example. You could basically run the Jiren's off rotation and have a rotation of Kefla and Kale. And then, of course, the Blue Kaioken with LR UI Goku. Kabe is obviously going to be one of the main men here. His super attack is really annoying to farm, so I do only have him at super attack 2. But he's not here for the damage, he's here for the 50% buff. And yes, I am very low on STR orbs as well, so very much hoping that a world tournament comes around. But I thought using the orbs to get Blue Kaioken Goku to 55% was probably a better way to spend them. But anyway, so we don't have the best rotation to start off with. LR UI is on the next turn, so I really need to float off the Blue Kaioken. So we're going to have to go ahead and line up the rotation like this, which is not ideal, but Jiren does have pretty decent defense. Of course, we're going to get super attacked straight away. 88k is not that bad. And then, yeah, he's only taking a couple of thousand from normal attacks, so that actually really isn't that bad at all. And we have almost 400,000 HP, so we should do okay. Obviously, a lot of the time we do it kind of just for fun, I guess, but like bringing new units and like new categories into the old mono stages of Super Battle Road is usually a one-sided beatdown. But obviously, like I said, we do have some units on here who are basically just here for support, who are weaker units, some of whom don't have much investment whatsoever. So we're definitely not running like the most crazy OP team in the world. I guess we might as well just get it. Goku's absolutely going to obliterate Android 19 here. So let's do this, and then we can even get a super with Topo as well. So once we actually get our rotations set the way we want them, the rotation of LR UI Goku with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and then Kabe floating in on the third slot is going to be a pretty crazy turn, because as long as the both the Gokus have built up their passives somewhat, they are going to hit some pretty crazy numbers. Obviously Kabe himself not really going to do a lot, being that he is super attack 2 and what was it, like 28% in the Duke system. But Topo is rainbow at least, and so hopefully he can hold his own a little bit. But 2 support units on the rotation definitely helped out UI, and 17k, I mean that's not too bad. And so then what we're going to do for our other rotation, we're going to run Jiren with Kale. Now, the good thing about this team... Oh, we got the stun. Awesome. The good thing about this team is that even though, like, for example, Jiren and Kale don't share any of the normal super key links, because I think Kale has prepared for battle, Jiren has shocking speed, but everybody on the team has Tournament of Power, which is a 3 key link. So, you know, having those two together, you only have to get 3 key, and then whoever's in the last spot, basically it means that whoever's in the middle is going to be auto-supering, and then 2 of the units that we're going to have floating into that final spot give key anyway. So it's not going to be too difficult to get super attacks with anyone on the team all throughout this run, which is obviously going to be very, very useful. And then, of course, Jiren, we saw there, we did finally get that stun. He's going to be a very interesting factor in this run to determine just how easy it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, this team is going to slap this event like fairly easily, but Jiren getting consistent stuns is obviously going to make it a lot easier, and it kind of depends how he performs to see how that goes. But straight away we have our double Goku Kabe rotation. We only got 1 dodge, but at least that's 1 activation of his passive. Oof, so yeah, he comes in at just under a 3 million attack stat already, which is pretty decent for turn 1. So that's a lot of damage to Frieza. I'm not sure though, Kaioken without any of his passive built up, I don't know if he can finish him off here. Only a 1.3. Maybe if he gets a crit. No crit, but Kabe, I wanted to take out Frieza because I feel like Frieza could potentially slap Kabe around at the end here a little bit. See, 27k wasn't too bad, but then of course he had to come in with a super, yeah, 125. That's not ideal. And no stun from Jiren. Perfect. So I guess we will have to go ahead and use an item, but we don't really need defense, I think, here, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a Future Bulma so we can go crazy here. Jiren should finish off Frieza without much trouble. And then we can do a nice little bit of extra damage to Zarbon. So Kale is going to be decent on here because she does infinitely stack her attack and defense. Unfortunately, there's not many instances on the OG stages for the super teams where you fight against pure Saiyans, apart from that one fight with Vegeta, Nappa and Raditz, which I believe is usually the first fight, and we didn't get that one. I don't think there's any Universe Survival Saga enemies in the OG stages, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to come up against any more pure Saiyans either. So Kale definitely not at her best on this setup. Like I said, if you're running it on JP and you have Kefla for the team, you could potentially just bring Kefla instead of Kale rather than swapping out one of the support units. But I guess honestly it just depends how you want to run your version of the team. I think that probably works better, to be honest, and just have a rotation of Kefla with Jiren. But either way, it'll be interesting. If you guys do play it on JP and decide to run this team, do let me know. Either post the screenshot on Twitter or in the Discord. The link to the Discord is obviously in the description down below. We are currently running a Super Battle Road Discord challenge as well. I put the video up explaining that yesterday. So feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already and check that one out. So we've beaten the second fight. We're on full health. We're doing pretty good so far. If Jiren could get the stun in this fight, that would be great because this is a 4 enemy fight. But we've got Kabe on the rotation. Do we get the stun? No, we don't. You can tell very quickly. Like, the symbol normally appears very quickly once the fight actually loads in. So we didn't get it, which is a little bit annoying. Kabe's getting attacked by Cooler and this guy at the end, so let's focus in on him for now. Do this and then do this. Save all those STR orbs at the side there for UI Goku on the next turn. So I'm trying not to use loads of items because I feel like this team is gonna get through this stage fairly easily, but of course when we get into these like 4-person fights, it is very easy to suddenly take a lot of super attacks in one turn. But did Kale finish him off? Yeah, she did. Nice, nice. So Kabe will do a little bit of chip damage to Cooler here. It's not really going to be a lot considering just how much health Cooler has, but that is a decent start for the first turn. Okay, and we've got a couple of attacks in the first slot, so that's perfect. We got God Topo here for some extra support. Actually, yeah, let's just go in on Cooler because we are going to do a lot of damage to him. I need to try and... How can I drop these? Or I'll just grab the green one. I need to drop the orbs in a way that I can still get a super attack with Topo, just because I want to do that nice little bit of extra damage. And then we obviously need UI, there you go, to come through with the dodges. 3.1 on the attack stat, that's what we like to see. So these are the ideal conditions. Like, this is where people were having the discussion of like whether LRUI was better than the fusions or not. Is on turn 1, if you're getting attacked in the first slot before you attack and he dodges those attacks, then on that turn 1 he hits numbers that they just can't hit. But of course the problem is if you don't have attacks in the first slot, he doesn't get those activations of his passive. Or if you do and he doesn't dodge, which even though he has a 70% chance to dodge for the first few turns, I've seen a lot of people complaining that he didn't dodge for them. So, and we really didn't get another stun with Jiren. Okay, Jiren is not putting in the work on this particular stage apparently. So, oh great, of course these two guys are attacking first, but I'm going to do a bit of damage to Thouser with Jiren, because Jiren will hit harder than Kale. So Kale can finish off Cooler, and then we can just deal a bit more damage to Thouser with... and of course he super attacks as well, why not? Super attack Jiren. 91k though, that's actually not bad. And then we get another one, okay, of course. But at least now we'll take out Cooler before he gets to attack us. So, decent damage as well to Thouser. Can we get an additional Kale? No. I did give Kale mostly crit, which I can understand the argument for giving her mostly additional because of her infinite stack. But apart from something like this, which obviously is just a Super Battle Road sort of challenge run, I would probably only use her on events where you're going to be fighting against Pure Saiyans or Universe Survival Saga, so you're always going to be getting a huge buff, the automatic, extra super attacks. So... and we are going to get the Dokkan attack. Couldn't avoid it, unfortunately. But we've got the support from Kabe here, so this is going to be GG to the remaining members of the Cooler Armoured Squadron. So let's go ahead and hit this. We had a good few activations with his passive. Yes, he's at a 4 million attack stat. So if on the off chance this doesn't kill... Dore, is it the last guy? Kaioken Blue should finish him off. So, yeah, 5.3 million is pretty good. Okay, so. Oh, it's Cell and the Cell Juniors. Okay, Jiren. If you were going to come through at any particular time, now would be real good. He did not. Well, okay. So yeah, we should put him in the front because you know what? We might as well just go ahead and use this. I don't want to get to this final stage and die. I had to actually post asking people to help me out because you don't really see a huge amount of Jiren friends being run at the moment. So I actually had to get some people to set them for me. I did originally try to do the whole run no items, but of course, you know, you can't control the RNG with super attacks sometimes. So I did actually die the first time, so then I had to look for another Jiren friend. So that's why I was not really too fussed about firing off an item or two in this run. I think with this team, especially if you had more dupes or, you know, actually had your units fully orbed out and super attack 10, unlike some of mine, if you had this entire team build but fully rainbow, you could easily no item this stage, as long as you don't get those turns where, you know, you just get super attacked twice in the first slot before you get to do anything. But with the right RNG, this team definitely could no items this phase. And now we get the stun. Okay, so now we get the stun on the turn where I don't really want it, because I want UI Goku to dodge attacks so we can build up his passive. But I guess we'll take it. So we will finish off Cell here, even without the... Okay. Oh, there you go. Phew, I didn't notice that rainbow orb. I was going to say, even without getting to build up the Goku's passives, we would have taken out Cell here because Jiren gets the automatic crit on stunned enemies. And then for a second I was worried we wouldn't actually be able to get a super attack with Jiren. So even though I was saying earlier in the video that having Tournament of Power as their only key link isn't a huge issue, we did see there we got to a point where we almost couldn't pick up 3 orbs. But... will Jiren finish him off here? Actually, Cell has a lot more health than I was giving him credit for. We're going to get the crit, so I think he's done. Oh, he survived with the tiniest sliver of health. So, Jiren coming through with the additional super attack. That's what we like to see. So, yeah, now we're just faced with a whole bunch of Cell Juniors, and this is going to be nice and easy. So, Jiren getting all of this support is going to absolutely annihilate this Cell Junior at the end. We've got to make sure we take him out first, because of course he is the only one that will be able to cause us any sort of headache here, because he'll deal real big damage to Kabe in that last slot. So we're just going to go ahead and destroy him with Jiren and Kale. Hopefully Kale finishes him off here, because like I say, she's not super likely to get that additional super, but she did finish him off. I guess if he survived with the tiniest sliver of health, maybe Kabe would have finished him. But he's obviously, yeah, not dealing a huge amount of damage here, as you can see. But that is all good. So actually, let's put you there, because then we can give you the purples and then give you all of these. Hopefully keep Topo protected at the end here. So, I mean, we are on full health. We got some pretty powerful units stepping up to the plate here. So we are definitely in the final stretch for finishing off this run. So I did retarget a different Cell Junior though, so we're not going to finish off that guy. At least we got the 18 key super with this UI. He's not had a lot of activations of his passive in this fight though, but doesn't matter. Just goodbye Cell Junior. So at least Topo, he should have retargeted onto the one that's already taken damage. So that's actually very decent. Yeah, Super STR has become incredibly powerful with the release of LRUI Goku, Kefla on JP. Obviously, Global, we're going to get the anniversary and get LR Gogeta. And then you put that 50% support Kabe in the mix. And yeah, that's some pretty serious damage output for Super STR. And again, look at this situation here. Like, there is no path that we can pick up 3 orbs. That's incredibly annoying. But we should still finish him off here. I think 1 Jiren Super and then the Kale will hopefully be enough. Oh, okay. My Jiren says no, he's not happy with this lack of key scenario. So he's just going to fire off an additional super attack. So I think Kale should be all good to land the finishing blow here. And there you go. So there is also the free-to-play Super Saiyan Caulifla that you could bring if you want to try and recreate this same sort of team. The Super STR Universe Survival Saga. I just never put any orbs into her because she's not a free-to-play unit that I would actually use on one of my main teams. But she could definitely fill a spot as well. And then, did I mention it previously? I think I mentioned it at the beginning. You can use the unawakened version of God Topo as well if you have him as another support unit. But there you go. That is the Super STR Universe Survival Saga stage, beating the Versus Extreme Physical stage of Super Battle Road. We only used 2 items. We definitely could no items this. If I had more time available to record today, I could probably try a bunch of runs if I could actually find Jiren friends. So, and I do think this stage could be no items with this team, but it was just something I wanted to do for fun. Like I said, UI's just dropped on JP, so JP players, you can recreate this and potentially throw Kefla into the mix. And it was a very fun run. So let me know what you think down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.